if you often find yourself being angry and acting out on your anger, I could tell you the devil can easily ruin your life. I mean, you're making yourself vulnerable to for the devil to basically, poke many, many holes into you. And it's like going into war without any armor. It really is. And it's easy to ruin your life, to be honest. And let me tell you that, the Christian is not called to give into their anger. We're called to control our spirit. And it's very clear in the Bible. I worked at a homeless ministry for a very, very long time, for several years. Well, I actually ran the nonprofit. I met a lot of people experiencing homelessness, guys. And one of the common denominators that I saw out there were there's people who just cannot control their emotions. They cannot control their feelings. And it gets them into trouble. Okay. Of course, some of these guys are more extreme. They punch they get angry. They punch their boss. They punch their spouses. They go to jail. They fight all the time. I mean, a little bit more extreme, but it doesn't really, regardless, you can still get in so much trouble. You could ruin your relationships, everyone around you, by giving into anger. You can get shot. You can get killed. I mean, you can get beat up if you're one that often gives into anger. Okay. Because what happens is, you have a job, you're good at your job, but then you have a problem with controlling your anger. You punch your boss. Of course, you're going to get fired, and that's going to be on your record. And then you're going to try to get another job. You can't control your anger. You get angry at them. You shout at them. You're going to lose your job, and you can't get work, and you're going to end up homeless. It's like, I know it may sound extreme, but a lot of people are getting absolutely destroyed. Like their lives are getting absolutely destroyed because they keep giving into their anger. And, I'll tell you a easy example is, especially when it comes to your spouse, okay? I understand we have less of a guard. We have less, we don't have a mask with our spouse, okay, or the people around us that are close to us. This could be your parents. This could be your siblings. We don't have a mask, but the problem is that when you are habituating giving into your anger, okay, and you act out on it, you can seriously ruin your relationships, okay, for good. And it only really takes one time for you to give into your anger. That the devil only needs one time sometimes to do one thing. For example, if I got really angry at my wife and I beat her up, okay, it takes that one time for me to get a divorce, for my kid to be in a divorced family, okay, for me to probably go to jail, and I should go to jail, okay, for me to I have a businesses, okay, and I have a reputation in my business. That reputation will probably come out, okay, and I'll probably not be able to work. I could easily end up homeless. It really just takes one time. So I'm trying to encourage you guys, control your spirit, control your anger. The Bible is very clear. I can tell you there's so many of these verses. Proverbs 14:17, a man of quick a temper acts foolishly, and a man of evil devices is hated. A fool gives full vent to his spirit. A man of wrath stirs up strife, and one given to anger causes much transgression. Okay, I'll just stop there. The point is, guys, is when you get angry. I had a let me just end with this. I had a guy named Greg that I used to often meet, and Greg had a serious anger problem. He was homeless. He was homeless because he literally got kicked out of his apartments because he would get angry at his manager or the people around him, the other housemates, and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, he just could not keep a house for the life of him. And I told him to do this because I know the verse. It says, "Flee from temptation." Okay. Flee from temptation. And I told Greg, hey, next time you get angry, just walk away. Just walk away. Don't get riled up. Just walk away. And I could tell you for the next few years, he told me so many times, almost every single weekend, he would tell me, Peter, this and this happened. I was getting angry and I just walked away. Just like you told me, I just walked away. He would leave me several voicemails saying, Peter, this and this happened, and I just walked away. I just walked away. And you know what? Tiny ended up getting an apartment. And he got angry a lot in the apartment, but he just walked away. And so he stayed in the apartment for several years. And he probably is still in that same apartment. Okay, he's not homeless anymore. And so what I'm telling you is there's a protocol that you could do when you get angry. It's okay to feel anger. That is normal, okay? But when you get past a certain beats per minute, John Gottman, and if you don't know who John Gottman is, I mean, he's like a scientist. He's a researcher on human psychology. And when you get to a certain beats per minute, you don't think straight. You are not you, okay? There is a spirit that goes in you that is not good, okay? It's like being drunk. And so what you have to do is when you can feel yourself just feeling that anger, don't give into it. Just walk away, step away, okay? Even secular people will tell you this, okay? Just step away for a little bit, take a pause, take a breather, sober up, and then re-engage into the conversation. But don't stay in it, because that's when you can be vulnerable to making some serious mistakes, okay? So my lesson, my encouragement is to just walk away. And when you do walk away, I encourage you to pray to God. Let God know your frustrations, okay? And let the Spirit consume you. Let God's Spirit consume you and let you think more soberly rather than letting that spirit, again, that anger get into you and then you lashing out and doing things that you will 100% regret. Hope that helps, guys. Hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.